Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully all of you are doing well out there. I'm, of course, your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we got a pretty fun one at that. As you can see in my garage, I have the E25, a Tier 7 German premium tank destroyer. And as you read in today's video title, you would expect that the E25 has the best camouflage rating while sitting still in World of Tanks Blitz. But I was actually extremely surprised to find out that it is the T34-2 GFT. This, of course, is another Tier 7 tank destroyer that is actually very closely resemblant of the E25, but it is a Chinese Tier 7 tank destroyer with a massive 122mm gun mounted on it. Now, after shot, because this of course does carry a much larger gun, it is worse on the camo, but the camouflage rating while sitting still on this tank is 48.4%, where the E25 is 48.1%, so they're very, very close, but it's crazy that these vehicles have a 48% camouflage ratio as it is. Not only that, but on the move as well, they're 30% on each of the tanks. So the camouflage ratings are through the roof on these vehicles, and what that means is that you can easily sit out in the open, not worry about being detected until you fire, and then you have to go into cover. Where I will say the E25, because of course it does carry a much smaller caliber gun, definitely has a major advantage after it shoots, because it doesn't have to go back into cover some of the times because it doesn't get detected. But the fact that this thing has the most camo really did surprise me. I thought it might be the Jagdpanzer IV, or it might be some Tier 5 or Tier 7 tank destroyer that wasn't like this, but no, it turns out that the T34-2 GFT is it. So, as always, before I do get into today's video, if you enjoy it, please make sure to smash that subscribe button down below. But we are now in position, and we should not be detected by anybody, as long as we do sit here. Now, I don't think I have camo net on this tank. No, I do not, which would probably make sense, because I'm usually not sitting still in this vehicle, but even that M6 that is 100... okay, he did detect me. I was like, wait a sec, is it possible that that M6 did not spot me 160 meters away? But no. I was pretty much expecting to be spotted from pulling out on that. But as you can see, having that big alpha is definitely something that's extremely nice with this tank. It means that you can pull out and just slap the enemy for a big chunk of their hit points. There is only one issue with this vehicle, and that's when you pull around a corner, it decides to turn the entire tank with the tracks as well, which is definitely a little bit of an issue. Oh, this gun is something else. Now, there is a tank bouncing me in the back of the map. That looks to be the Jagdpanzer IV, and as you can see, it was it. So I just want to slip my way through here. Thank you very much, teammate. Now, it doesn't look like I'm going to be using my camouflage that much this game, of course, because I am actually just going to be rushing the counterpart that I was just talking about, the E25. So, actually, you know, we're going to get a shot into the Black Prince first. There you go, finish him off. Now we've got the E25, and of course, we're going to try and get a finishing shell right into the butt of this E25. There you go, lighting him on fire as well, saving my KV2. You can definitely see where this tank's gun really comes in handy. That big alpha is something that is super important when playing in the battlefield. So we got tanks like the Chaffee off to the side. We also got the Jagdpanzer IV, and oh, come on, Jagdpanzer, back up. There we go, another nice tap right into that Jagdpanzer, and still able to back up unscathed. Now, I do think that the Chaffee did manage to spot us there, but as you can see, it definitely did not affect us in this game whatsoever. So, we got the SU in the back, we got the M6 on the side, and as well, we got the Chaffee here. Let's just get a miss, should I say, on the rear of the guy. Hopefully the KV2 is going to end up hitting him. There you go, thank you very much, KV2. So all that is left is an SU-122, and yeah, this was a pretty fantastic game. This is a great example of why I love the T-34 so much. You can definitely see that the gun on the move is not the most accurate, but the nice thing is it has a really nice damage per minute. It's able to reload really quickly, in fact, quicker than I'm able to pull around this ridge, out-reloading tanks like that WZ Blaze. So there you go, getting the nice finishing shell right into that SU-122-44, and that was 2,300 and about 50 damage or so, especially because we did get that fire. There you go. So that was a pretty dang good battle. Now, I didn't really get to show the camouflage rating. This would be a perfect tank to run on dead rail or very large maps, but getting stuck on Mirage, again, isn't really going to show you camo. And this is a point I wanted to bring up in today's video, is because while having one of the best camo ratings in the game is really nice, if you're on a map like Canal, or you're on a map like Dead Rail, or maybe Oasis Palms, it really is going to help you, because you can stay at the back of the map and pretty much be undetected the entire game, not worrying at all about being detected. But the issue with Blitz is it's such a fast-paced game, is that camouflage, in my opinion, is only a relative value that doesn't really work that much anymore. Because in this game here, again, I have to run aggressive if I want to get damage out. I can't sit at the back of the map, because where am I going to sit? There's nowhere to really put this tank destroyer to effectively use the camo rating other than these bushes right over here, which is, of course, where I'm going to try and put the vehicle. So I'm not sure where the enemy team, of course, is going to be pushing. We've got the SU-152 that looks like he's going going to be putting in the parallel spot of my bush here. And yeah, I definitely want to be careful because, again, that is an SU-152. We did get proxy spotted, which is something that's not necessarily the best for me, but oh yeah, nice little snap right in the SU's lower plate. That made him back off as well. Again, having that big alpha is something that's really nice on this vehicle. Well, it doesn't necessarily carry the exact same gun the SU-152 carries, the massive 152mm gun. You can definitely see that the reload on this gun is fantastic for how much DPM it's able to get out. Now, sadly, my teammate is blocking me here, so let's try and pull up here, maybe get a shot into the enemy. Ooh, that is an SU-152. No, thank you. You guys can play with that. We've got the T29 off to the side. I'd love to see if we can get a nice little snap right to the side of that T29, aiming in on the back of his tank, and come on. There you go. Nice little tap right in the butt of him. That is always a nice shot that I would love to be able to get out. Our teammate, though, did just get absolutely slapped out of the battlefield. But you know what? We've got the Yag Panther's lower plate. There you go. Nice little tap right in the Yag Panther. And now he is a one-shot for us, which is, of course, something that's very nice. And once again, so not super worried about the Yag Panther. The SU-152, yeah, that's a tank that I don't necessarily want to play with. But Yag Panther, taken out of the game in one little slap. Again, having that alpha is definitely key in the game. Now you've got to take, like, the KV-1S right in front of us. This is almost like a T34-2 review. But you can definitely see that this tank slaps. I'm not really spotted, which is of course fantastic for the vehicle, and while I am detected by the 1S right now, he's not necessarily the best of players, so 2 fires in a row on that vehicle, finishing him off for all of his hit points now. That was, again, a fantastic result there for the tank. We've got the Hellcat all the way in the back, and if that Hellcat makes the slightest movement backwards, that of course is going to be very poor for him, but you know what? Looks like we're going to be finishing off the Peter. That's not actually the Peter, I guess. That's the P43. You know what? That is the Tier 6. Okay, I thought it was. Now we got the SU-152, who of course did just fire, which means we're going to out-reload him, so I will just sit here and pretty much enjoy his company. So again, the thing about Camo is that it's good and it's also bad. It's only a relative value if you can really get it to work. In this game here, I couldn't get my Camo to work, of course, because it wasn't really a value that mattered in the game. It was only important if I was on certain maps, which in my opinion means that Camo in World of Tanks Blitz is not necessarily the best value. It would be way better on a tank in a game like World of Tanks PC, where the maps are like 5 times larger than a Blitz map. That way you're able to stay at the back, you're able to use your camouflage rating. But as you can see, the nice thing about tanks with good camo in World of Tanks Blitz is that they also have good aspects going for them. The T34-2 has got great damage per minute. As you saw there, we slapped the enemy SU-152. That's because we got 2,651 damage per minute, and I'm even running calibrated. If you were to put on gun rammer, you go all the way up to 2,850. That's like tier 10 heavy tank damage per minute, so it's definitely very nice on the DPM. The gun is also extremely nice on this tank, but I just wanted to make this video to show that camouflage necessarily isn't isn't the best aspect on its own. It's really what makes a tank good is the gun and as well the mobility. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But of course, if you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more like it, please make sure to slap that subscribe button down below. Other than that, hopefully all of you are doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.